1337 FM. Talk Radio.
Engage.
You're listening to 1337 FM Nerd Talk Radio. And I'm Mike Byrne.
I'm Matt Flowers.
I'm Mark Langell.
And I'd love to have one of those little things, like we kind of mix it together, all three of us, and go 1337 Nerd Talk Radio or something like that.
Let's do it right now.
Okay.
No, we'll have to coordinate it.
Yeah.
A little better. We'll have to have a few beers.
You gotta harmonize.
Yes, because beers makes it more coordinated.
You just do it one time and then you gotta isolate it and you got it forever.
It's like Mark's little song he did.
What song was that?
Push it real good. Da, da, da. And then that's it.
It was Push It.
I'm going to try to adjust the level so I can do dun, 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 dun.
Or you get a pitch shift so you can
Yeah.
I was wondering why. I laid my beer bottle here, and you see how one's higher than the other, and I'm
That's
like,
a bigger beer than the other one.
but I bought it in the same case.
Wow.
Whoa.
But it's because there was a child's video game system underneath it.
Oh, the Wii?
It's not a Wii.
Oh, Nintendo?
No, that's Leapfrog.
Yeah.
That's like baby games.
So everything is a Nintendo pop.
Yeah, of
Yeah.
course. You playing Sonic? No, it's Nintendo.
Sonic.
Sonic.
That was pretty loud.
Sorry. So sorry.
Oh, so,
Yeah.
So this is episode 19.
big 1-9.
Big 1-9.
Wow.
Next one's
Drink in
20.
Canada,
Yeah.
except for Quebec.
I figure
Where they already
we'll
drunk.
do more in the bigger numbers though.
That's what she
Celebrate more in the bigger numbers.
So 25 is our big, that's our little hallmark of, now we're at quarter of 100.
That's right.
25%
Yeah.
done.
Every quarter.
Yeah, the
Wow.
quarter.
Is we're gonna have a big party.
Quarter mile.
Are we, what kind of big party are we gonna have?
Party.
What party.
Potty, because it's a podcast.
Ooh.
Ooh.
We gotta go potty.
So as everybody can tell, Mr. Mike Byrne is back from his holidays.
Shot
Yeah.
down over the Sea of Japan. He survived on coconuts.
Mhm.
I'm back from
He
many
built a
journeys
raft.
abroad.
Using
Brought her
downed
My
trees and
my compatriots.
old vines.
Yeah.
The
So how
corpses of my fellow travelers
Yeah.
became my raft.
You got a good tan.
Yeah, I'm really tanned.
Yeah. I thought you were a Muslim.
That's racist.
How's it racist?
What kind of show you running here? This is
You
can't assume my race.
Did you just assume my gender?
Yeah.
Triggered.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, tell us all about your trip and where you went.
I went crazy. No, I went down to Florida and hung out in the land of Disney, and that was great.
Oh yeah.
It was fantastic. It was before America was crappy.
America's always been crappy.
No, because we got out 2 days before.
The riots.
Yeah, but technically he's not in power yet, so
They haven't given the nuke codes
He's the
yet.
president-elect, so he's going to be sworn in January.
He's just
In
standing
January,
out in the
that's
hallway,
right.
rubbing his
Yeah.
hands together. Come on, let me in.
yeah.
Come on.
Camping out in the lawn of the White House.
Yeah.
We'll be in there anytime now.
Well,
We're gonna get him to build a wall. We're gonna get him to build a wall, and we're not gonna pay for it. The Canadians are gonna pay for it.
I don't know I don't know who that is. But
It was Trump.
Yeah, man.
you can't say he says W's for R's.
He's very.
I didn't say
L40.
raw. I said wall.
Raw.
People
You're gonna build a wall.
Any impression?
impression. Do an impression. Sorry.
Impregnation.
Dude, he did that twice.
Yeah, I
Boom,
did.
Boom. I
stuff.
went to Disney. When I went to Disney, it was like February, and I was probably I don't think I was either 8 or 11. I don't remember, but it was like sort of the perfect age to go.
And you went at the perfect time of the year for to be a Canadian
Yeah,
because
it wasn't too hot.
I went down in May and I died.
Yeah.
Literally, they just buried
Literally
me in-
died.
Literally, they just buried me.
Yeah, you
Put
wanna
me
know
under
how
the
it's-
Put a
earth.
marker there, and you're just.
I did.
It's like a, it's like
So
a picture. Of
I don't
you
know if you know
stinking.
this, but I'm actually a zombie.
Oh.
They resurrected me.
Re-resurrected.
Re-resurrected.
As
That
a
was-
twofer.
Yeah.
Wow.
That's sort of like
Resurrected
unthawed. We said
Like
that
Captain
at work the
America.
other day, talking about when you take out a turkey. What do you do?
Thawed.
Some people tried to use the microwave, and we said to thaw it. And some people, it would just come up that some people would say unthaw. So you're freezing it again. So
What? What do you
Yeah.
mean?
Yeah.
Unthaw. Who said that? Mother.
No, your mother always says thaw.
Okay.
I thought so.
But other less smart people in the
Lesser
art of
individuals.
culinary talk.
Yeah.
Do you know, like, there's a joke going around on Facebook of, like, text your mom and ask her how long it would take to cook a turkey in the microwave.
Yeah.
And you kind of, like...
A 25-pound turkey.
Yeah.
In the microwave.
That's
and then post what she says.
But see, if I told that to my mother, she'd be like, you know the difference. So it
That's
wouldn't
right.
work for me.
That's right.
So,
yeah.
That's the first little problem you got.
But see...
yeah.
I couldn't enjoy the
You
benefits
could
of this
cook a
joke.
turkey in the microwave.
Well, technically, yeah, but
Yes.
it would be ridiculous.
It would take a long time.
Yeah, but it would be
And
so dry. The microwave had to be pretty big.
It doesn't say that you have to eat it after.
So you could put it in for a second.
It could technically be cooked, I guess.
Technically.
If
Right?
you-
It didn't say, how
you
long do
unthaw
I
it
have
first.
to cook a turkey in the microwave and it still be edible? That is where the quandary comes in.
Well, technically you can eat, like, I don't know.
You could eat
this mic
rocks
stand.
if you wanted to.
Do you ever have a
You
deep
wouldn't
fried
have
turkey?
any teeth.
I did, and I also seen a bunch of videos about, like, people trying to deep fry turkey and, like, burning the house down.
Well,
When it's frozen. The thing about
gotta
a
thaw
deep
it,
fry,
bring it
you
to room
have to
temperature.
thaw it.
when we deep fried the
completely.
turkey, it was out on the deck.
You want to stay far away from that.
Quack.
If it went off, it was just up in the
It's bad
stratosphere
enough when
somewhere.
it's a little bit damp.
Mm.
Like, because my father-in-law deep fries turkey
Yeah.
a few times
It's
a year.
so good. I love deep
Oh,
fried
it is
turkey.
so good. But I think somebody took a video of somebody starting a deep fried turkey when the turkey was still frozen.
A rock.
And
Rock.
the whole house is going to go up. It's
Mm.
because
The water reacts.
Water
with the
has
oil,
nowhere
and
to
then
go.
The temperature difference and then all
Gone.
goes up.
oh,
Yeah.
Science
Yeah.
rules.
yeah, so you have to bring it to room
Oh
temperature
my god.
as much as possible.
What?
The ass end of my vacation, we left Florida. We spent a week in St. John's,
Yeah,
and while we were in St. John's, I was stealing the Wi-Fi
of course.
from the neighbors, I suppose you'd call them.
And
So
that's what
did
they
you
call
rent the
them,
house
St. John's.
in...
No, we were staying with
St.
relatives, but like
Okay.
when we were out and about, I was just looking at like. Well, I guess I was hooked on I wasn't stealing the Wi-Fi, but I was looking. You ever look at just like other people's Wi-Fi names?
Yeah,
Yeah,
The
some of them
network
are
names?
pretty
I
boring.
call mine Skynet.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
There's the guy. I guess he lives on my street somewhere. His network is Blaire's Sexy Network.
That's the name of this episode.
Blair's Sexy Network.
That's the name of this episode for sure.
Yeah.
But when I was in St. John's, someone had like the best Wi-Fi password, or not password, network. It was Bill Y the Science Fi.
yes.
Just
That'd
one.
be awesome.
Or they'll just knock on every door on the street and be
Is
like,
this you?
"Are you?"
This is,
Why?
Do you have a router?
Yeah.
What's the name of your network?
There's a funny one I remember seeing. I don't know where it was, and I think it was staying with my nan in Newfoundland recently.
Okay.
And
yeah.
because they picked up a bunch of them, because the longer range to pick it up, then you can actually use it. Because you know what I mean. You could pick up 30 and only be able to use like 2.
Yeah.
But I was like a bunch like, D-Link, da-da-da-da. And because clearly they're old people, they don't know how to change it. And one was, hack me, bro. And I was like, that's
Challenge
cocky.
accepted.
Yeah, and it was cocky. And then like I remember a few days later, pulling out my phone and be like, oh, there's Wi-Fi. Okay. And it said challenge accepted. And I was like,
Quack.
dude,
Nice.
whoever that is not happy.
Nice.
But, yeah.
Come hack me, bro.
I wouldn't issue that
Bruh.
challenge. I wouldn't throw that gauntlet down.
Hack this podcast, bro.
God, don't do that.
How do you do it? How do you hack a podcast?
How do you hack a
We've been
podcast?
hijacked.
Why do you hack?
I don't know.
Where do you hack a podcast?
How do I shot web?
Mm.
Like was it Michelangelo's The Thinker or whatever?
Yeah.
But it was like Spider-Man's head.
Yeah.
It's like,
Yeah.
why do I shot web? But
Yeah. So.
Memes.
Yeah.
the meme cast.
Memes.
God, that'd be cringy.
We had some things to talk about. What was it again? Have you been looking into the Switch much at what they've showed?
Not really. I haven't been paying attention to much of anything really.
What's
Have
the
you have
Switch?
you,
It's the new
the
Nintendo
new
console,
Nintendo Switch?
Oh,
where you
no,
just get
okay.
the pad and it's the thing. You
Yeah,
can take it with you.
It's strange because the console itself holds the screen inside of it.
Gimmicky. It's a gimmick.
So
That's all it is. Like that thing up there.
I thought you said gay Mickey for a second.
Gay
Mickey.
well, the system itself can run on its own merits.
I don't care.
So like.
Well, you're a PC master race, so you don't care.
Yeah.
You're
Well,
sitting on
this
your
is below me.
You're sitting up on your throne
Sorry.
Like golden throne, like the Emperor of Mankind.
with your keyboard
okay.
and mouse.
Oh, you guys don't know anything about Warhammer, do you?
No.
Do you know anything about Warhammer 40k?
No.
Space Marines?
Yeah.
That's all I
Space
know.
Marine.
That's the only thing I know.
If that it, I know I hate their designs.
Are
I
you
know I hate
serious?
I hate Warhammer designs.
Why?
Because it's just blocky.
You're blocky.
Isn't Word...
IRL.
Thanks, man. I've been
Word
trying to work out a little. No, I find their designs very uninspired and just
like Warcraft.
I guess if it was only made for how half inch characters, yes, I understand why the designs.
It just made me laugh because it was like I look up the Emperor of Mankind and it won't came the Emperor of Mankind Trump, and then because there's the Emperor of Mankind, it's Donald Trump's head on top. It's amazing.
I watched. There was a movie that they did of Warhammer, a cartoon movie.
Are you serious? Because I'll watch the hell out of that.
You never seen it?
No, I haven't.
There's a
look-
Some
cartoon.
fan you are.
CG animated Warhammer
Look at
cartoon.
that. You don't like that? That looks awesome.
No, it looks bulky and clunky and
It's supposed to. That's the charm. That's like the thing about Warhammer.
It's supposed to suck.
Hey,
Their guns
neutral
look
party.
like boxes with. Basically, it looks like Rob Liefeld drew it.
who's Rob Liefeld?
He created Deadpool, and he was the big 90s.
Oh, the guy can't do hands.
Or feet.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
And everything is super big and ripped in pouches and guns and swords and
Yeah,
well
I
endowed
can see
ladies.
what you mean. Yeah.
Yeah, it's very
90s
uninspired.
extreme.
Like,
It is. Well, see, the thing is,
actual.
Warhammer is sort of the D&D for the UK.
I
minis.
understand that there were minis, and so
Minis.
you sort of had to have. You couldn't put a lot of detail into that, and
Yeah.
and I understand that.
But I think you would want to expand upon that when you were able to put more detail into it. and
Exactly.
Change it.
I think, but at the point when they were able to, they could have. They're like, well, you know what? This is the image of it now.
That's right.
Why-
you can't
why
take
fix
take-
something that is
go
broken?
change
You're like-
go change it, but I don't like it. So
But it's.
I don't like the
love,
designs.
I don't think there's been a Warhammer thing that I didn't like.
Really,
Everything, yeah, like games mostly. Like,
Yeah.
I've never played the
There was a
Warhammer the
video
breakfast
game, too,
cereal.
that-
Warhammer the
it was like
Flamethrower.
a rear.
rear.
It was sort of like
Space Marine.
Gears
Yeah,
War.
It's called Warhammer 40k Space Marine.
Yeah, it
And
had
the
a
absolute greatest thing in the world for relieving tension.
demo of
other
it.
than
I
having
think.
sex.
It was garbage.
You were right. It was not garbage. It was
It
amazing.
was garbage. It
How was
wasn't
it-
very
just-
good. It
Just
wasn't
because
fun.
you weren't good at it doesn't mean it's garbage.
Is
No,
it just a
it wasn't
button mashy,
fun.
smashy thing?
Well, I mean, you're a space marine. You're not going to be some epic warrior poet. I mean, you have one thing to do in the universe.
Matt, I'm allowed to dislike something.
No, you're not. And here's why.
No. I'm just saying. Yeah, it was, but in essence,
A lot of people do like Warhammer.
Yeah.
I dislike it.
No, but because I read a few reviews about it, just because I bought it because I love it and I had a good time playing it.
Yeah.
It was, I mean, really within the Warhammer universe, 'cause you'll only do so much. You can only have so many plot lines. But this
Yeah.
one was like, okay, you're a space marine, you got to kill some orcs, and then I mean, what else do you want? It's
Yeah.
just I think that is really fun because as a space marine, you're really just going to be killing and stomping on stuff. And that, in and of itself, to me, is some beauty and simplicity.
It's beautiful. Stomp.
Yeah.
So you're like Dead Space 2 when you're going around stomping the big stomp.
I used to love it. He just smash the stomp on. He goes like,
Yeah, his vocal performance for that was pretty good because
Yeah.
he's like wearing his mask.
his weird little like, yes, just stomping on.
What's a game that you guys, that everybody says they love and you hate? Is there anything?
Need for Speed? Any racing games?
Does anybody
Any
actually
racing
like
game?
Any
it?
racing games? I don't
Yeah?
like them
Okay.
unless it's Mario Kart or Diddy Kong Racing.
Okay.
Those two, the only.
Well, because it doesn't
So
take
basic.
itself. What's that?
He's so basic.
Yeah.
because they're fun.
Yeah.
Those
Those are the
ones I
only
don't
racing
find
games
them
I play
fun.
as well. I don't really play.
Did you ever play Burnout?
I like Burnout Paradise.
Burnout.
Oh, is that the one you crashed in like the best way?
Yes.
Yeah,
Try
that
and
one was-
try and take out your enemies by making them crash. And
See, they had to do that to make a racing game fun.
See, yeah.
Oh, and that was fun as
But
crap.
see, the only thing about these games, as opposed to like Need for Speed or Forza or what's the one you
Gran
play?
Turismo.
Gran Turismo.
Yeah.
Is that you can destroy or
Quack.
fuck up everyone else.
Which is
or
great.
It
there's
was
another-
more arcadey, and it was fun as hell.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not a
Simulators.
driving
Yeah.
simulator where you have to go the.
I have a car for that in real life.
Yeah.
Who needs a
Like,
simulation when I've got real life?
I'm not a space marine.
Yard work
You know,
simulator.
I play games for that.
I'm not beating anybody because you drive a cruise.
I don't drive a cruise. Mother drives a cruise.
You have a cruise?
I have a Cobalt.
Oh, you have a Cobalt.
Yeah,
oh,
mine has a
okay.
cruise.
That was our
Well,
first
I could
car.
beat a Chevette.
A Sunfire.
But I don't know. That's the thing. I think about if games are too realistic, I don't find them enjoyable. Because if it's
a
like
game
farming,
can't be realistic anyway. If you look at
there's certain ones that are pretty like Flight Simulator.
okay, yes, a
Yeah.
flight
Well,
simulator.
those are
yes.
barely games.
Yeah, that's true.
But I mean,
Games
technically-
usually have like objectives
well,
and
rap
things
is
to
barely
do.
music, so
That's not true.
yeah, it is.
That's not
It's-
true.
well, I mean,
Depends
how far
on
you
who it
can
is,
take
who's rapping.
Anyone.
No,
Yes.
You're wrong, man.
Easy E.
It's pretty good.
He's alright.
I just said a name.
I don't really like the West Coast gangster thing.
See, I could take or leave. If I was the Emperor of Mankind right now, I'd just abolish it. It'd be heresy.
Abolish what?
So you like you like
I'm also-
New York
Mostly, yeah.
stuff.
Like I guess we didn't really talk.
One of my favorite albums is an Ice Cube album.
I
Actually,
like Ice Cube. Yeah,
he's got an album called Death Certificate.
he's
and
very
it's very.
cartoonish.
His whole album, every song is about something different, and it's not repeated through the album. Like it all has different.
Don't say.
It's not about bees and hoes and
Bees
and-
and hoes and hoes
It's
and
like
bees.
like the bees and the birds.
the bees and the hoes. You know what I'm saying? Without having to
Blunts,
bleep it.
40s, and bitches.
I could
Yeah.
guarantee you,
Yeah,
I
for
could
the
give
most
you
part,
at least 5
at least-
albums of hip hop that you would listen to and be like, okay, it's not bad.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Wu Tang.
Wu-Tang.
I think you would dig the Wu Tang if you got into the Wu Tang because
If you,
it's
yeah.
all intermingled with old kung fu movie clips. All like you hear, why you the Wu Tang are dangerous.
What, but
Never
like,
touch the
but-
Wu Tang. You hear?
so they can't stand up on their own?
No, they use a lot of sound
Samples
bites,
and-
samples from.
But see, this one thing,
But they're still rapping. There's still lots of rap, but
I
they used
hate
a lot of.
the fact, but I hate the fact that the rap industry, rap genre, has to sample different genres of music. Not that they have to, but I hate that they do.
Okay, I see where you're
that.
coming from.
There's two. Well, there's one big genre of music. I can't remember what it's called. But the whole thing is that it's all built around previously made music and samples.
Oh,
Yeah.
God, that's so. I would hate that.
They just take pre-existing songs and chop them up, mix them up, make
Yeah.
new things, and that's what basically vaporwave is now too.
Yeah.
Because it's just taking things, slowing it down, chopping it up, adding things, and just making something completely different and new out of it.
See, to me, that's
I
so
see where you're
pointless.
coming from. Yes, and there is a lot of producers in rap that are just that's all they do is chop,
Yeah,
take from
probably.
other things. But there is guys that actually do make In the Club by 50 Cent has 0 samples in it.
Yeah, I'm sure there's lots that don't
Right?
have it, but
just for saying.
there was this one song. I think there was this Crazy Train cover by some, I don't know what kind of group, because they're not a band. I hate when people call them bands. They're not bands.
Yeah,
they're
because you
groups.
got to have an instrument to be a band.
And there was like, I think it was that rap where it's just they sort of yell, let's go.
Okay.
Oh, like the East Side Boys
I don't know, sure. But
or
it
Yin
was-
Yang Twins.
It was,
One of those little John
Is that
guys.
like-
Basically,
He-
yeah.
Yeah, that dude.
Yeah, and it was-
and his
Okay.
crew.
there was
What?
do you know what Lazy Town is?
What?
You know what
What?
Lazy Town is.
Yeah.
There was the Lazy Town. I don't know who it is. Lazy.
What?
I used-
Okay.
See,
Okay,
now,
I'm done.
I could chop all that up and get like some Led Zeppelin song and make a
Oh.
rap song.
You need to go.
Dun-dun-dun.
You need to go on my
Dun-dun-dun.
Twitter.
Da-da-da. Okay.
I gotta look something
And
up.
there was something. Yeah, I retweeted something. You know Sid the Science Kid?
Yes, I do.
I don't.
This show freaks me out.
They're creepy. It's Sid and everybody in are supposed to look like Jim Henson Muppets,
Because it is Jim Henson.
but they're 3D.
Yeah, so they move and they're like motion captured.
Yes.
So like just actual people doing the motions, and it's super freaking freaky.
You know who Lil Jon is?
Of
I
course.
do. That's where I was.
Put it to the microphone.
It's the way you baby. I've listened to this so many times.
What is it?
It's like a kids show.
Oh, that's Oh God. Lazy Town.
Yep.
That's Lazy Town.
Waiting for
So what it is a music video from Lazy Town.
Quack.
Seen it?
Quack. Quack.
See, now this is pretty much
Quack.
how the whole thing goes.
That's awesome.
Yeah. And eventually she'll be like, da-da-da, big pretty cake. Yeah! And then,
Yeah!
and then
Oh,
see, now that to me is every sample.
I dropped the mic.
And that was terrifying. That's the ghost, see?
Yeah.
That's the devil.
No, it's because I'm shaking.
My nan
and-
would say, that's devil boy, devil.
So we
He's
gotta bring the
coming in-
Ouija board
yeah.
here, is what we gotta say.
See what you sent me last night, and I
Yeah.
was just.
Were
I
you
was-
almost asleep and then you were awake all night?
No, well, I don't know what I was doing, but I think I was drinking some water, and then you sent me that picture, and I almost did a spit take. That was a spit take, not a fart.
That was a spit take from your butt.
But
Without actually spitting.
have you seen Mike's display picture on Twitter?
No.
It's like this ridiculous. It's like a picture of him like smiling, but he took it into like paint, and then like painted on some sunglasses,
Yeah.
and it looks
great.
so ridiculous.
Make it big.
And then okay, I'll try to get like the original picture and make it big. Like that's what it is. It looks ridiculous.
Oh yes,
And I
I
love
saw.
it.
That is perfect.
But- and
That's
then there's-
awesome.
That's his picture. And then he said something like.
The more you know. It looks like a.
Ring.
Then there was another one he sent me. Somebody watch 5 real demons summoned through Ouija boards on YouTube, and I was like, I don't really need to watch that.
No, Nick Blake come over and
And
tried
he
to do it
said
at your
that
house.
to me. He just zoomed in, and it just made me laugh just because the little mustache, you know, and the little teeth.
How old
Yeah.
were you in that picture?
That was last year.
Oh, really? Okay.
I was just had less beard.
You just-
I had shaved.
yeah.
But yeah, see, I don't know. Sam.
I go through stages too.
I just get
It's
lazy.
getting
and let it
getting
grow.
cold. So
Yeah.
I decided to
My,
not shave for
my
a while.
winter coat.
Yeah.
But I don't know. Sampled music to me, it's just it's laziness. You're
I
working
think-
off of the shoulders of someone else, in my opinion.
Yeah.
I think you would enjoy The Roots and A Tribe Called Quest. If you listen to the Low End Theory, I think you would
Yeah.
be super into that
Yeah.
because it's got some jazzy stuff. Like it's a lot of, you can tell they're like big jazz heads. Those guys.
Yeah.
Just
The Roots and okay. Who has the
Jimmy
Roots as
Fallon?
Jimmy Fallon
Those
has the
Roots is
Roots
their-
as his band.
his house band. is
All
The
those
Roots.
guys are from the Roots. So the drummer actually plays the drums for their songs.
Yeah, they're a real band. They have
Yeah,
their instruments.
they
They
have
don't
instruments.
sample.
See, I can appreciate an actual band, and I can appreciate music that isn't about gangster rap.
Well, and that's
I
another
think
thing
you're
too.
a
Tribe Called
opinion-
Quest
Mhm.
isn't about everything else that you would think of for rap.
Yeah, I think
That's
mainstream hip hop and rap is what you're thinking about
Yeah.
when you're thinking about the heavy sampling and the Little Johns and the stuff like that.
That's Lil.
This-
Jon.
Lil,
Lil.
No T's.
yeah.
Lil.
You,
What?
it's the stuff that I got more money than you.
Mhm.
I got more
Yeah.
money than you. I got more money than you. I got
Let me
more
show
money
it.
than you.
Let me
Let me show
Superman
it.
that bitch.
That's rap nowadays. I hate that.
Yeah.
I hate that.
I hate that too. But that's all I've ever.
That's all it
really
is.
seen.
That's just pop music.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
I hate
That's
pop music too.
I
but
hate.
like you dig deeper into like I don't want to say indie hip hop, but like more independent hip hop or like low end kind of things where it is just a dude on the drums and like a couple other dudes, and they're not humble bragging and they're not bragging.
That's right.
They're not saying Versace, 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 Versace.
Yeah.
for the
Yes,
entire song.
exactly. And
It's a real song. by the way.
that's what rap has gotten to lately. There are some guys
Mhm.
that don't do that, like J. Cole.
Yeah.
J. Cole, his stuff is about life.
Yeah.
He's like a couple of the songs that I really like by him is him talking about living in Hollywood and the type of women that are in Hollywood
Mhm.
and how they're pretty brainless.
Yeah.
That's one. And then there's another one he's talking about when I don't know if it's made up or if it's about the first time he has sex with this girl and how he's basically he says to her, like she says, "Have you ever had sex?" And he's like, "No, I'm a pro at it." But in the back of his mind, he's like, freaking out because he'd never have. And this is what the song is about. And actually,
yeah, there's even last year and this year, there's a big uprising of like that kind of hip hop artist that is getting mainstream. Like, have you heard Kendrick Lamar?
Yes.
Like
Kendrick. Yes.
His last album, the name is To Pimp a Butterfly, but like it's really, again, like a lot of jazz stuff and a lot of just. He's actually talking about real things. He's not just humble bragging and talking about liquor and chains and all this. Like he's
and how much money you have, and you know, they say they're always talking about you got to keep it real, but
driving
we know that
Escalade around.
You just made your first album. Mm-hmm. It's not even out yet. Oh. You do not have millions of dollars.
Yeah.
After your first album.
Someone in their first video and their first track is like in this video, like of course that's a rental Camaro. That's not your actual car.
Exactly.
That's all like you spent your entire paycheck on that outfit. This one video, you're gonna be broke after. Those ladies aren't sticking around after. They're gone.
They're rented.
They're here for 10 minutes, so get your shots and then get out of here.
Yeah, exactly.
So they're not interested at all.
And then
no. Well, they might be, but
there's actually a few
paid
songs,
to be interested.
Stand by Eminem. That's actually I quite like that one. You know that like things that actually have a point and a story that have like
and that's what we're trying to say is not all like there is a lot of hip hop out there
because that stuff is easy and that's people look at it and they think oh, this is quick money. I'll just make this song about nothing. I'll put a fat beat behind it.
Oh, like country.
And that's a lot what like country is going to. Hip hop. Country and rap are very
line. Me and you had the discussion actually.
There's a lot of disturbing trends in the country music scene right now. A lot of it has to do with either turning to poppy, rock, adult alternative music, or way too much hip hop influence by these super white bread, just hickey dudes.
And on the rock front too. I mean, it almost seems like rock is being a little bit stagnant because there's nothing coming out that there's not. It seems that it's all been done.
It seems like, at least from that country music standpoint, like if someone wants to make a rock song, they just add an electric guitar, and maybe have a solo and put some distortion on, and then they think, okay, that's a rock song then, I guess. But that's not a rock song. That's just a song with.
But even in the rock genre, like you don't hear about like the Metallicas of the 80s. Metallica did what Metallica did. They back then they basically made thrash metal and made it so popular. People just call Metallica heavy metal, but they don't know that Metallica is in its own thing called thrash metal. You know what I mean?
And speed.
Yeah. And
they've taken elements from everything like.
Well, they've changed and developed over a while, and they started out as thrash, and then by Load they were like almost like a grungy new metal kind of thing.
Yeah, exactly. But I mean that was Metallica. They're able to do that kind of thing because obviously they have to change. Every band has to change and make something new.
And people sometimes get mad when a band does change. When they have a new album and it sounds different, they'll complain, it's not as good as the old stuff. But if they put out an album that sounded exactly like the last one, they'll complain and say, it sounds just like the other one, it's not doing anything new.
See, that's a perfect example of a band I listened to. I think I told you about it, Opeth.
Yeah.
They're an extreme prog band, prog metal, and a few of their albums are sort of really melodic, and the guy, Mikkel, will switch between sort of singing and growling. Now, a lot of their stuff I'm not a big fan of. Yeah. But I listen to it.
Yeah.
And some of them albums, like Damnation is one of their albums, I think, from the 90s. It is so sort of slow and melodic, and it's amazing. It's just 'cause it's so chilled out. I love it. Then the next album, I'm not sure the album after that, but their second last album was called, I think it was called Famine. I think it was. I'm not sure. But it was sort of way, way out there. I mean, he had so many new instruments he tried to take on board, like oboes and like those old like those big tribal flutes and stuff. And like his stuff was crazy because this guy loves new stuff like that. And there was such a huge paradigm shift from like his old stuff, and fans were like all over like iTunes and YouTube like, this sucks so much, this is not Opeth, and et cetera, et cetera. And it was just like, well, you know, like this is literally the essence of this band is change.
A lot of the times, a fan, like, okay,
fans
huge
quack.
Fans don't know what they want sometimes.
No, and they have to go into things with an open mind.
Yeah, they gotta understand that these are artists and people who are creating something, and if they're being forced to basically be a cog in a machine and just make the same sounds over and over again, like,
then what's the point?
Yeah, like you're just doing the same thing, and you want to. I mean, I'm sure every artist wants to expand and do different things.
Yeah.
Well, and I mean, why does metal have to have only the electric guitars, the bass, the double kickers, drums, and you know, why does it have to be that? Why can't you add, you know, if you a Canadian band, the Tea Party.
I like Tea Party.
God, I was their Tea Party.
Love the Tea Party because every album is different from the last.
I think I got 2 Tea Party albums in my car right now.
Yeah,
and they're both. You listen to them like
what? Transmission
and not Transmission. It's is it Transmission? The one with has
what's on the cover? I'll tell you.
It's a black cover with like a red and yellow paint.
Transmission.
Okay, yeah.
That's Transmission.
Transmission and the one with the
statue.
Yes.
The baby.
The
Splendor Soul.
Yeah.
That's Edges of Twilight.
Yeah.
Edges of Twilight?
No, it's not that one. It's the one that has angels on it and Lullaby. It's got like the Venetian doll thing on it. It has like it's
Splendor Solace.
Interzone
mantras.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
The Tea Party.
Yeah.
Good Canadian band.
Good Canadian band.
A little
Excellent.
addendum, that album wasn't called Famine, it was called Heritage. Oh. Sorry.
You didn't want someone to email in, actually...
This is actually McCall from...
You're not a real Opeth fan.
But, it went
if you can't name all the albums...
But it went from that sort of weird experimental sort of usage, and then sort of with metal elements, to this sort of other sort of really heavy synthy sort of heavy production sort of crazy album. Like, that's the thing about Opeth. They're so crazy different in all their albums.
Yeah.
Sometimes risks like that really pan out and are good.
Yeah.
Because like Radiohead started out as a super like alternative grungy kind of like rock band with guitars and stuff.
They hate Creep.
Yeah.
He hates Creep.
Because that's all that like
hates it.
Because it was their first hit. It was their biggest.
And he didn't want it. He didn't want it on the album.
Tom York is such a
Tom York
maniac.
hated that song
because it was just like, I think he even said like super generic, and it was just like, what? I
like that song.
Well, yeah, because
a lot of people do, and that's why it made
because it's a pop
Radiohead
song. It's just a simple little rocky pop song thing, and then like they did each album, they kind of changed it up. The bends became a little bit more. It was still kind of guitar-y and stuff, but it had a little bit more something to it. And OK Computer started bringing in a lot of like...
That's probably my favorite Radiohead album.
It's great. And it started bringing in a lot more Stranger Things and experimental things.
Yeah.
And then they said, bring it all together for Kid A. And then they just became like electronic techno dance thing, experimental, weird.
Is that sort of like I don't understand Moby.
Moby?
I don't get Moby. Like,
you know why
is he electronic dance? But he's one of those guys who just jump over everything. And maybe that's why I don't understand him.
He's one of those just
experimentals.
He wants to do
one minute he wants to make a super speedy techno album, and then he's like, let's switch it up and do this. And
sort of rock sort of
do you know? Fun fact about Moby? Why is he called Moby?
I don't know.
It's not his name.
No.
Massive
is he took it from
Yeoman?
In Yemen.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's his grandfather or his great-grandfather or his great-great-grandfather.
The book Moby Dick?
Wrote Moby Dick.
Oh, really?
He's like a second or third generation descendant from Herman Melville. So he was like,
I'm reading through the book now.
It's a big book, isn't it?
It's a long book, and it's a bit of a nightmare.
Call Me Ishmael.
Yeah.
It was written like a long time
Is that what
ago.
it was originally called? Call Me Ishmael?
I think so. Well, that's the first line of the book, isn't it?
Okay.
I think.
I've never read it,
It's
and
from his point of view, isn't
I'm going to be honest, I'm not really, unless it was written by J.R.R. Tolkien, I didn't read much. Because, like, War and Peace, I couldn't tell you who wrote that.
Oh.
Christopher.
Those Mistborn books are...
Wouldn't have known that.
Those Mistborn, I was very impressed with those Mistborn.
I know who wrote
50
Harry
Shades of
Potter.
Grey. J.K. Rowling.
J.K. Rowling. I can tell you that.
No, she's Silver Fox.
She's
not
dynamite
hard on the
gal.
eyes, is what you're saying.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm actually working my way through the first 50 Shades book.
The 50 Shades? I thought you had to read the
Harry Potter.
You
You're just getting
made
book
a video.
challenges.
No,
Do you have one in one hand, one in the other, and you're just
Yeah,
like,
you're
don't wait.
one eye.
Two at the same
I
time.
got 2 eyes.
We have one brain.
2 hands. No, but
Yeah.
2 halves that make
this
a
was
whole.
the original like sort of book challenge that was thrown down to my feet
Thrown
by
down the
my
gauntlet.
wife
Oh.
because we were talking and she said because she reads 50 Shades. I'm like, you would. And I was reading Lord of the Rings. And she's like, yeah, you would. I'm like, yeah, because it's good. And
Yeah.
we had this little powwow, and she's like, I bet I can read Lord of the Rings faster than you can read 50
Oh,
Shades.
no
She did not know what
way.
she was getting into.
Oh,
I don't know what this was.
Way.
Just thrusting the finger
Yeah,
motion.
Did you even say to
No,
her, do you realize
No. I didn't say a thing because she issued it. And I'm like, well, you're going to be
she
sorry.
issued challenge?
You are going to learn your lesson.
How is she enjoying Tom Bombadil?
She got about quarter of the way through. She's like, this is a nightmare. I'm like, yeah, it is.
I'm gonna be honest with you. I read through Lord of the Rings, but it got to a point where there was walls of text that I just skipped.
Because it's just songs of nothingness.
And there
Things
was
that didn't matter.
That's a
descriptive
good
paragraphs.
That's a Jerry Seinfeld.
Songs of nothingness.
Descriptive
Songs of-
paragraphs
But
of the way the land rolled in front of Frodo.
It's
he was a queer folk.
That's a big thing about
Come on.
fantasy stuff is not necessarily the world building, but like the super descriptive nature of everything. Everything has to be. That's it.
That's why it was so easy to make a movie and everybody swallow that pill.
Swallow it.
Because
You would absolutely
visual.
despise the book that came before Lord of the Rings. I think it actually came after.
Cimmerillion?
Yes. I could barely
Everybody
read
That's just
says
an
that it's a
encyclopedia or
hard
an appendix.
read.
It's just
it's
like
like
a.
reading the Bible.
Yeah,
pretty much.
yeah.
Just
I
Ishmael
wanted to
begat
get it,
Isaac.
but now that, like, back in the day, I was like, I should read some more because
Such a good book.
I
though.
sat down and picked up The Hobbit one day and I said, I'm going to read The Hobbit again. And then
The
I
Hobbit's-
finished it in the weekend and
Hobbit
I was
is
like,
really
perfect.
good.
Because
It is.
It was because he wrote it as a kid's book.
Yeah.
Yeah, Tolkien for baby.
Yeah, and The Hobbit, then it was Lord of the Rings, then it was Silmarillion, then The Lost Tales. But he was dead by The Lost Tales.
Okay.
Because his son, Chris, I think his name is, wrote it.
Okay.
But it explains all.
C.R.R.
everything.
Tolkien.
But
Excuse me.
it, the Lord of the Rings, the 3 Lord of the Rings books, they're a bit of a slog, but they
They're
give you
hard.
so much more to it than the movies.
Yeah.
You know, the Hobbit is a good little adventure, but the Silmarillion, that's what you read if you're serious business. Like,
And I.
You don't read that for enjoyment. You
I'm
read
not
that
going
as
to.
education.
Yeah.
you got your game face on. You want to read that.
Yeah.
That's right.
You don't sit underneath a window, or a tree somewhere and just read it.
Let's go in
I
the park and
think
read
I have a
Silmarillion.
Halo novel in that book cabinet that I haven't finished because I have a ton of Halo.
I have a Gears of War book I don't really want.
Yeah.
I haven't read it.
No.
I think it's the.
I don't know if I can though. Gears of War.
It's I don't.
It's
I
just
regret
pages
buying
of,
it.
and then he chainsawed, and then he chainsawed, and then he chainsawed.
And then he shot.
Grenade!
Did I ever tell you that I had a friend in Ottawa who gave me a book, and it was the second Game of Thrones book. And I was like, thank you, and I walked away, and
Storm of
then
Swords.
then yeah,
Kings.
I have that, and
Clash Kings
I started to read
Sure.
it, and
I think so.
I got like maybe 5-10 pages in, and then I was like,
He described.
I have no idea what's going
Did he
on.
give you the first one?
No!
So then what?
He gave me the second one!
What a
I was
troll.
like, why?
Jumping
I don't
in
know
with
who
no
that
exposition.
is. No clue
Because
at all.
the second book starts off
Right where the last one left off.
well, yeah, really, yeah.
And he was like jumping
But, I mean,
into it. Areas running from the city.
I think
Yeah,
that Robb
no clue.
Stark has become the king of the North by this point,
Mm-hmm.
and got the Sean Bean got the old chop.
Mm-hmm.
Spoiler alert:
Sean Bean Chop.
the scene being chop, bango, because he
If
dies.
you
in
don't know
everything.
by now, you'll never know.
Snape kills Dumbledore.
Yeah.
What?
If you
those
don't know
books that Nick Lewis gave me are very well read. Stephen King would love them.
They're really like
They're just
the spines are well bent and
it's like the 50 Shades book I got. That has been well read.
probably fell in a bathtub. It's probably been massaged by such hands.
I did kind of when I went and picked it up and I brought it home. I was like, I don't know if
Sniffed
I
it?
want to touch
Yeah.
this. I did sniff it because I was like, if this smells like pussy juice, I'm throwing it away.
Just send it over my way.
Where did that come from all of a sudden?
50 Shades, man.
Oh,
I'm
okay.
reading it.
Who gave you the book?
Some old woman.
Oh.
As I went on the flea market because
Did she like wink at you very hard?
no, she just
gave you a strange
it's like
look
she
when you
couldn't
picked
give
them
it away fast
I
enough.
got some sauerkraut candy for you.
up? Sauerkraut candy. Sounds the
Oh,
least
perfect for
appetizing
Finch.
thing ever.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Actually, I was going to ask a question about Mr. Finch. What was it that I was going to ask? I was just thinking about it.
How's the weather?
How is... Oh, did he ever find the NES Classic that he was looking for?
I don't think so.
He
I
never
thought he said
ever
he
said?
didn't like it, or he wasn't a
Well,
big fan of it.
no, he just did a video about how Nintendo botched the release.
Yeah,
Well, yeah,
and they do
probably.
it every time.
Yeah.
They
I,
They
do
can't.
it
Nintendo can't do
every
anything right
time.
until they
I
make all the
call
money,
Walmart every day.
You do?
Yes,
Because you really want one.
because
that
I really
bad.
want one.
and you have the
Okay.
time.
Excuse me.
Do you know you
Hello?
can use like those
Hello?
controllers there too with it?
Wireless.
I want the old one.
Yeah, but these suckers right here, as long as it's got that plug,
Yeah, I
you
noticed
can
it.
use all these kind of.
That's a
really-
cool one.
That's an official Mario,
By the M. Yeah.
official Nintendo
Look at the
Wii
GameCube.
controller, but it connects into the back of the Wii controllers.
Oh, the little
you can-
nunchuck.
Yeah, for like, because we were using it for, we got these for Mario Kart, so
8?
that the boys,
Hmm.
7. Well, we
Oh.
were using it for 7, and what else was the boys playing? Because I got this one, plus I have another, a Nyko off-brand,
It's a Mad Cats or something.
Nyko.
Wow. Damn.
Yeah.
Mad Cats
so-
is like big time now.
But I think we were using it for, we were using it for Mario Kart 7.
I would like
Or
if
Mario Kart Wii.
Wee.
That was before we got Mario Kart 8.
I would really like if like on the Wii there were more serious games. Like there was one that I know of, and it was Zombie U.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
if they had like if there was sort of independent only Wii U serious games that wasn't like Final Fantasy or Mario in any iteration.
The Wii U is the second Virtual Boy.
But it's just why
Short
like,
lifespan.
Yeah.
Not much games.
Yeah.
Not much games.
gives you eye cancer.
Well, maybe.
But yeah, like Zombie U was fun. I liked it. It was hard as hell.
Yeah.
But I mean, that was like everything else is like some sort of Kirby / Zelda / Mario.
Yeah, but I don't care.
You would see
I don't
But
need my
that's
games to
the
be
thing.
gray and brown and full of blood.
I don't
I can-
either, but
The,
As
the
long as I
Nintendo
can
was
do a
that
game.
system that you went to when you just wanted to have sort of that kind of Mario situation.
They were never the extreme and hardcore.
Yeah.
Even back in the 90s, like Sega always had the little upper hand on that. Even with the Play It Loud stuff, they couldn't really get past the the Sega Genesis got all the balls and Nintendo got nothing.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's just I love the games, but I love them for what they are,
Yeah.
and not you know what I mean. Like
Yeah.
I love them as what they are, but I don't know.
I think a good
you go-
game
you
stands
go
on its
to
own,
PC,
regardless
Xbox.
of whatever.
PlayStation for your games.
I think it's also it comes with age. Like I'm sort of like at the point now, like I don't want to play another damn Mario game.
Yeah, but I love Mario games.
Yeah, I look forward to always
sit
playing
down and they're fun and it's just
I get too frustrated.
Still played Mario Maker. That was great.
I never wanted to buy that.
No.
Because it didn't have a full Mario game. I didn't want to build a game.
But you can always go and just you play all the other levels, and they have like a mini kind of game set in there where you unlock other things by doing so like it'll randomly pick 10 levels that someone else had made.
Yeah.
And you have to try and get through those 10 levels with so many lives.
I don't know.
But there's no like real.
There's a lot of shitbirds out there that would make crap levels too.
Yeah.
Me out.
There are a lot of the ones that are just like
that,
these levels are super impossible. But there's lots of like comments and like you can pick out which ones are really bad.
But what about those levels where you do not touch the controller?
Those are really annoying. They're like the most popular ones on there.
You just sort of bounce and like
it does it
literally
for you.
Select the level and you just watch.
And you just watch it happen. If you touch the controller,
because it looks all like
it's like automation.
Yeah,
it'll bounce Mario around and he'll fall off.
That?
To show off that someone made this and they want to flaunt it to everyone and people think it's really cool and they're like, yeah,
that's stupid.
But what's the point of the game if that's the case, right?
Yeah, but I mean, there's like millions of levels that are just
you might
there.
as well watch it on YouTube.
Exactly. Yeah. Exactly. I mean,
but I don't know. Just to me, I don't know. It's
might not be for everybody, but some people like it.
Don't get me wrong. Like I want a mini Nintendo, but mini NES. But if someone were to give me a Wii U, I have a Wii U. Someone were to give me like a bunch of Mario games for Wii and Wii U, I'd be like, thanks. And I'd probably play them once, and then they go in the cupboard.
Yeah.
And I'd be like, okay, that's enough now.
Would you play any other 2D or 3D platformer? Like, is that just not a genre that you're into? Would you rather?
Or were you ever into that?
Well, I was a kid.
Okay.
And then I grew up with it because it's all I had. But now I think I wouldn't be into it because it's a platformer. Because I think, they bore me kind of.
I still love platformers.
I love my platformers like everything else too, though.
Super Meat Boy.
I like my
I remember you
first-person shooter.
Yeah.
Just
I don't know. There's certain FPSs I can't stand. So I mean, I kind of my tastes have shifted beyond FPSs now. I used to love them.
Yeah.
I used to own every single one.
Yeah.
But now I'm like, nah.
At some point, you'll transcend and become one with the ether, and you'll.
It's because it's probably I know why, because they're getting stagnant, because they're not doing anything different.
Well, when we were growing up, platformers were the go-to game.
Yeah.
Like when those every single game, if it was a licensed game, if it was anything, it was a 2D platformer.
Yeah.
When 3D became a thing, it was all 3D platformers.
That's right.
And it was so overdone and done poorly so many times that it just became, like you said, stagnant and not interesting anymore.
And then if you went and bought a PlayStation, and weren't into RPGs,
Final Fantasy wasn't for you.
You could buy games, but that's, I mean...
The PlayStation was pretty much like a JRPG machine.
You either bought the N64
Chrono Cross
because you like Mario games, or...
Xenosaga.
Yeah.
Did any of you guys play Crash Bandicoot?
No.
I have, yes.
They're remaking all the Crash Bandicoots, and I cannot... See, that's a platformer, and I cannot contain my excitement.
But that's more like an iPhone game.
Now, Crash Bandicoot
it's just like Temple Run.
Yeah, exactly.
It's just a free runner. You just jump every now and then and run.
You fight bosses.
Yeah, but I mean,
you can ride a tiger.
You can, but it's not saying that like a 3D platformer has to be an open world Banjo-Kazooie kind of like.
That's about.
Well, no.
I don't know. See,
they're remaking them only for PS4, of course.
I think so. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like how HD can you make that?
No, like everything
pickles.
Completely remade. Like it's like modern.
This seems like a waste of time and resources.
I am gonna buy it, so it can't be completely wasted.
I don't know how hard that would be, to be totally honest with you.
Me and Little Jonah were so stoked for it.
Because there's really not a lot in that game that's different, even though it's still fun.
Yeah.
But
like, so they're just gonna like push a button and make high res now, and then it looks terrible.
Yeah.
Or are they gonna like completely from the ground up?
They have to rebuild everything
completely from the ground up.
That's
the
what
same
they have to,
cruddy game from.
Did you ever have you ever taken like a new 3D game and thrown it on a new TV?
Yeah.
They look like garbage.
Yeah.
It's really like off-putting.
That's what a lot of like game fans don't realize because they're always harping on companies like just release the HD remake of this, remake this, do this.
Yeah, but that still takes time and effort, and people want to buy it.
You can't just be like, well, okay, we had this one, we'll just put it on the new one, it'll just work. There's no magic make work now button.
Nobody is going to remake Superman 64.
Sort of like everything's really sort of smoothed out and it's really sort of flushed out, but.
Oh yeah, I can see the appeal in that.
It's pretty much the exact same thing. What?
What is it that you're watching?
It's the
Crash release trailer.
Insane trilogy.
Oh, okay.
I was so excited when I seen it because when I first got a PS1, I got Crash Bandicoot 1 too.
Okay.
And I was like, oh my god! When I first seen it, because I played those games to death.
Now I played it, but I never played it. You know what I mean? I never had a copy on my PlayStation. I had a lot of other things, but
Bandicoot Warped. That was my favorite one. And then Crash Team Racing was awesome. Then he kind of retired after that.
So you're a big Crash fan.
Yeah, they never really did anything. So this is pretty cool.
There's Naughty Dog.
That they're bringing Crash back.
Yeah, because PS1 Naughty Dog was Crash Bandicoot. PS2
Crash Bandicoot.
And then PS2, like every generation, they just decided to do something different.
They've never really made a bad game.
Because they did the Crash Bandicoots.
Yeah.
And then PS2, they did the Jak and Daxters.
That's right. Yes.
And then PS3, they said Uncharted. And then the kind of Last of Us was their Last of Us.
Last of Us 2.
They really missed an opportunity by just not calling it just the two of us.
Oh, wow. That would have been better.
Yeah.
Just the two of us.
We can make it if we try. Okay.
We're going to have the Starlight
Big 2. That was a good little duet right there.
Yeah.
But, Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2.
Looks great.
Oh, I can't wait. I know. I'm
little
sorry.
Groot. I want a little Groot, man.
Speaking of, they're making...
I love Guardians.
A Telltale adventure game with the Guardians.
I don't...
You want one?
They're making one.
Oh.
Why, of all, game developers? Telltale.
Because they're getting everything now.
Telltale can make games.
Walking Dead.
And,
they made the new Batman one, too. There's a Batman
They
Telltale.
did a Batman one, too, yeah.
But see, I've never really played
Wolf Among Us.
But, the Guardians isn't really tailored towards...
I can see it, because, they're all kind of, saucy mofos.
Yeah, but they said that about Batfleck, too. I don't see it. And then when we seen it, it was like, okay, I can understand.
They could make it work. Because, I could see them, being in a situation where they have to adventure game around. And you got Rocket, have a bit of dialogue tree with them and stuff. I can see it, kind of.
I think I'm more... I don't want to see Guardians in a video game capacity. I'm going to be honest. I don't want to.
There have been so many that failed.
I think that kind of game, though, would be a much better decision than having to make it a generic third-person shooter game.
Yeah.
Or something else.
I could see Guardians of the Galaxy being more like Mass Effect.
Yeah.
Third-person cover-based shooter.
With RPG
elements. Think about it. Think about that. You could sort of meld that.
You just
try and move up.
Yeah,
if Rocket, suck my dick.
with space exploration and trying to find stuff.
So you kind of bomb around in your ship,
and maybe that's what it'll be, but with less actiony, or maybe they'll figure out the action and stuff. Because there was some action in the Walking Dead, wasn't there? Sometimes you shot a gun.
Yeah, because you had to mash Q. And then but it would do the thing for you. Did you play The Walking Dead? You don't like Walking Dead, do you?
I didn't play the Telltale game, no.
Did you watch the show?
Oh, yes. Oh, yeah.
There was a point, I don't know if I told you, where you were in a woods and you find a bunch of high school students and a teacher.
You guys like to party?
You know what I'm talking about, don't you?
No. In the Telltale game?
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, and it's because it's really
You have to make a decision. Obviously, it's always one or the other.
It's always about decisions.
I couldn't get my copy to work past the first cutscene.
Lasting decisions. Yeah, you're telling me.
It was a bummer.
Lasting decisions, and it would remember what you said and what you did and who you picked to do first. Or there's one point where you're starving. Everyone's starving to death.
Yeah.
And you have a cheese and crackers, half an apple, and a little thing of almonds.
Can you eat it all yourself and be like, screw you guys?
No, you can't. But you have to choose who to give it to.
Oh.
And there's a bunch of characters. There's like a guy and his family, so he has like a guy, his wife, and like his little
Quack.
son, stupid. And then there's like a little orphan girl who you found in a house. There's like a missus and her shitty dad who hates you. And so it's like you got to decide who to. And I'm like, man, screw that missus and her dad. I'm giving this to the guy and his kid.
Yeah.
And Clementine, the little girl with the hat. And you know, they all remembered who I fed, and they remembered, you know, they were stuff
That's
like that.
right. Yeah.
I really liked that, but there was one point where you're sort of in the woods, I think, with like trying to find some birds, I suppose, or food of any kind, and you stumble across some high school students with a teacher, and you're like, oh hey, it's just people, and then they sort of try to walk towards you, and Buddy steps in a bear trap, and
yeah, I think I remember this, and then I think somehow I seen this.
It is unbelievable. Like not many times in a video game have like affected me more than this, because you got to decide what to do because you have like a fire axe, and he's obviously screaming.
Yeah.
Screaming attracts zombies.
When you said
That's
fire
right.
axe, I just imagined an axe engulfed in flames.
That sounds
I was
awesome.
like, that's a pretty hardcore weapon for this game.
You know what? That's exactly what I thought too. I was like, that's pretty cool. Did he
Like-
put kerosene on the end or something? And
There's a
then,
kerosene on the tip.
Like in
is
Castlevania, I
it
can
to
understand
make
like,
sure that
flaming
it cauterizes
axe, yeah.
the wound as he's cutting?
Well, like a fireman's axe. Okay.
Yeah, fireman's
okay.
axe.
I'm
Fireman's
with you now.
axe. Okay.
But you got to decide, because zombies are coming. You got to act really quick.
Oh, yeah, I
Yeah,
forgot there
no.
was zombies in that thing.
Yeah, I forget there was zombies in The Walking Dead.
Me too.
And
Yeah.
so you can decide, because you don't know how long it's going to take. You can cut the chain.
Yeah.
That's holding the
or
bear
you can
trap.
kill the guy.
No, or you cut his leg off. So you're trying to cut the chain, and I'm looking around because you can like free look around. I was like,
Yeah.
man, these zombies are getting close. Buddy, that's only going to take 2 chops in his leg. Because I'm like,
Quack.
fuck it. And I go for his leg, and it's just the most realistic sound and the most realistic scream from this guy.
Just a
Yeah.
Wilhelm scream.
And it's just, it takes about 5 or 6 like whacks.
Wax with it.
And by this point, I'm like, you gotta mash Q because I'm playing PC. Mash
Yeah.
A's.
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh god, they're coming close. And then I gotta, it's really, really tense. And you gotta just hack this guy's like from, I guess, from the knee down, leg off. And he's just like the most, this voice actor he earned his chops, man.
Yeah.
They
Yeah.
really cut his leg off.
Yeah. And I felt so bad. And after that, I was like, I just gotta sit down a minute.
What were you
That's
playing?
good.
You were standing up playing?
You know what I mean? Like, I just gotta like,
I'm going in to lay down on my bed. He just crawls,
Yeah.
because
sucking on his thumb. And
by the
Fetal position.
time we were like dragging him off
Yeah.
in the game, and I like there was blood all over my guy's face, and he was kind of this 1,000-yard stare. And I was like,
yeah.
Jesus Christ.
You're like,
Yeah.
me
This
too.
game does not pull any punches, man.
No, and that's
awesome.
what I heard about them. And
And if they can do it at Guardians, but the thing is, it's so uninteractive to play a game like that. And Guardians
I
is a
know.
game you really want to get into.
that's why I said it seems like something that I would more be willing to try if it was a Mass Effect style of
Mhm.
game.
Yeah.
Well, I'm
Where-
just imagining it's going to be a lot of dialogue trees, a
Yeah.
lot of conversations and talking,
But see-
and the old way of adventure games of like talking to someone, talking your way into getting something to combine it with something else,
Mhm.
Yeah, I can see that.
like
yeah.
and then like getting parts for your ship, getting a guy's wooden leg or something like that, and trying to talk your way out of the prison. Like, I mean, this seems going to be.
I just wanted you to get the leg.
yeah.
Did you look how funny hopping around?
Yeah.
That's my favorite character that movie, man.
Rocket.
Yeah.
Rocket.
He's great.
But
Yeah, so-
oh man, little Groot! I can't wait to see little Groot because he's like, whenever you push
Yeah.
this button, not that button. He's like, I am Groot. No, not that one. We'll all die. He's like just looking at it. And he's, I am Groot. He goes to push it, and he's like, oh,
Quack.
and oh, I can't wait. It's
I
gonna be
know.
so awesome.
I'm so excited for.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to that movie.
Yeah.
The first one was one of my favorite Marvel movies,
Yeah.
for real.
And it came so out of left field. People said, "What is a Guardian of the Galaxy?"
How no one heard of it?
Nobody
What is
heard
a
of it.
Guardian
It
and
came
how do
out,
I
and it was like,
Galaxy?
"Oh my god!" Everybody's head exploded, and it
But
was.
it's so good. I mean, Chris Pratt made that movie though.
It made Chris Pratt too.
All of them did.
For
The
the most-
whole,
He was, but it made.
he
Chris
was,
Pratt.
but then he was more.
Yeah, he was more because of that.
Then he was in everything for a
He was
while.
Jurassic Park then.
Yeah, Jurassic World, and which they're making another one of.
Wow, of course you gotta milk that. You gotta.
I hated Jurassic World.
Really?
Hated
I
it.
loved it.
Thought it
I
was
liked
so
it.
stupid.
I didn't love it. I liked it. It wasn't like
Yeah,
oh,
It's better than Lost Worlds, but I mean,
it was. I the only word I can think of for that movie was moronic, because there was so much stuff that was like, there's got to be a natural, like, almost believable progression in a movie, and that was just like, why would you do that? Okay, 2 seconds later, why would you do that? 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 Why would you? There's other decisions to be made. Why would you make these decisions in that row? So, and it just so stupid.
The kids pissed me off.
No, it wasn't even the kids. It was the adults.
Really?
Yeah.
What pissed you off with the adults?
Okay. Why was she driving away from when they didn't find the Ulta Dino? Why was she driving away? Why did they go inside the pen to see the Indominus Rex?
To show how BA she was, I guess.
Well, why did they go in? They had no reason to go in.
Why? Seen it since the
because
first
they thought it got out and they went in like.
Why would you go in to see if he was not in there and not go around the outside and see if there's a big friggin' hole? You know what I mean? Like, just that kind of stuff drove me off drove me nuts.
Well, see, the kids I hated in that movie.
Oh, that they had no reason to be there.
They
None.
Didn't. It was None. Even less of a reason for them.
It was forced conflict. Yeah, forced conflict.
Forced conflict, and it was
merely a plot device.
And I didn't like them. They usually you got
a reason
like
to get people to care, to put themselves in a bad situation.
Exactly,
because they normally probably wouldn't have done all those stupid things. They're like, kids in there, we gotta go do something stupid.
They could have been eaten.
Yeah,
I didn't care.
They should have been eaten.
They should have been eaten. It would have made a better movie.
We're eaten.
I say the Jurassic, was it the third one was horrible? Third one?
Yeah,
that was terrible.
I love the part where he falls asleep on the plane and the dinosaur looks over.
He wakes up.
Alan.
And the raptor says it like, Alan.
Because they're
I mustn't have seen the third one.
Oh, God, I'm going to show you. I'm whipping the phone out a lot tonight.
Yeah.
Whipping everything out really bad.
Whip it out.
Whip it.
Real good.
But I think after that, we'll have to cut it loose.
Yeah.
Cut it down.
We're down. We're up to an hour there now, sir.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
How about you pull up Alan, and that could be the little sign off. We'll have a good laugh, and that'll be the end of it.
Yeah.
There's a little bookend.
That was actually in the movie?
Yeah, because they're on the way to the island, and Dr. Alan Grant falls asleep, and he's like has a dream and wakes up, and he looks over, and his little buddy is not his buddy; it's a raptor. And he looks over.
Yeah, because he's like having like a nightmare.
A dream within a dream.
Oh my gosh, I don't remember it.
Hold it up to the microphone.
It's horrible. All kinds of horrible.
I don't remember that. Maybe I didn't see it. Maybe I only seen the first two.
Whenever it starts to load.
Okay,
let's
still.
turn sound up.
How did they still?
Let's turn sound up.
Why is there a raptor in the airplane?
There's no reason.
No reason for that.
For it.
No reason.
It's just him like, oh man, flashbacks. But you notice that this raptor looks like the raptors in this movie, not in the last movie.
Yeah.
So I gotta watch it because I want to watch it now.
So he would have no idea of knowing, because they didn't want to make a second puppet, I'm sure.
No.
God.
He's asleep. I'm gonna turn this way. It's closer to the microphone.
So he just woke up from a terrible dream.
And the plane's empty.
It was just like you took a mouth and just
puppet.
went open.
I would like to imagine that they were like messing around on set and like someone accidentally put that into the movie
and just said that was funny, so keep it.
Yeah. Why don't you sing a song with the people?
Someone messing around with the puppet and then they decided, that could work. Let me do something in editing, and then so it's in film the movie somehow.
And that's it.
Maybe it's like the director trying to be deep. Trying to get into the character of Alan Grant.
Or just trying to fill screen time because they only had an hour and 10 minutes. They needed an hour and 30.
We gotta get as much use of this dinosaur puppet as we can.
That's right. Before we ship it to Universal Studios.
Yeah.
So on that horrible note.
Yes.
All right. So this has been a good episode.
Yeah. It's good to have you back.
Yes.
Return of the Mac.
Return of the Jedi.
Yes. So next episode, number 20.
That would be 2-0. Then it's 25.
Oh.
Well, it's just 5 between them.
5 more after.
Oh, halfway there.
All right. So.
Nope. Signing off. Okay.
Thanks for listening. Have a good night or day depending on when you're listening.